Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Basant Tiwari, and I am welcoming you all in this virtual session of MCT4SD.
Hello, sir.
Right. So, shall we start, Adesh?
Yes, sir. We'll start.
Okay, great. So, who is the
So,
first? Basant ji.
yes, sir. I'll first begin with the intro and then we'll move on to the first paper.
Okay. I was thinking that it is already started.
No. Yes.
Okay.
So, hello everyone. Good morning. Dear authors and invited guests, welcome to Technical Session 2A. Myself, Adesh Bazare, and this session would be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GIA Scholastic LLP, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the International Conference on Machine and Computing Technologies for Sustainable Development, MCT4SD 2025, Manila, Philippines. The conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event was held yesterday in Manila, Philippines, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom today and tomorrow, that is 12th and 13th December 2025. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive sessions through the day. In this session, we have 8 presentations. Each presenter will be given 12 minutes for the presentations and 3 minutes for question and answers. On 10 minutes, I'll raise a gentle reminder. There is another request to all the participants that you all stay connected with us till the closing remarks. If you have any query or update, then you can write it to me in the chat box. Now, just before we start the session, I would like to introduce you all to the chair for this session, Dr. Aseli G. Ramos. He is the Dean of the College of Teacher Education (CTE) at Pangasinan State University, San Carlos Campus, Philippines. She is widely recognized for her supportive and inspiring leadership, actively encouraging student and faculty achievements in academic, cultural, and competitive events. Dr. Ramos is committed to promoting academic excellence, strengthening mentorship, and fostering a dynamic learning environment that integrates arts and culture into teacher education. Ma'am, I would like to ask you to share a few welcome remarks for our participants. Dr. Ramos, am I audible? There seems to be some technical issue here. Introducing our next session chair, we have Dr. Basant Tiwari. Sir is an associate professor at MIT World Peace University, Pune. He has published extensively in reputed national and international conferences and journals. A senior member of IEEE and ACM, and a life member of CSI and IACSIT. He also serves as a reviewer for several prestigious international journals and books. His research interests include information security, pervasive computing, healthcare informatics, and machine learning. Sir, I would like you to share a few welcome remarks for our participants. Sir, it seems your mic is off.
Yes. So, good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Basant Tiwari from MIT World Peace University, Pune, India. So, I am welcoming you all in this virtual room of MCD4SD. And it's a great pleasure for me to join this session and welcoming you all. And I am too much glad to have all of you here. So we have a fantastic lineup of diverse and impactful research from I think AI, cybersecurity, and even some educational entrepreneurship and industrial applications. So my role will be simple in this session. I will keep your energy high and discussion meaningful. So let's dive in and learn from each other and enjoy the session. So let's begin our discussion and session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now we will begin with our papers. Our first paper to be presented is the paper title Comba Prompt Comprehensive Benchmark and Augmentation for Verilog Generation Leveraging Dual LLM Prompting. The paper will be presented by Wu Min.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello,
Hi.
sir. You
Okay.
may share your screen and start the presentation.
Okay. Okay. Do you see? Can you see my screen share?
So the screen is visible.
Is this okay, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will start my presentation. Hello everyone. I am Vũ Minh Thanh Nguyễn, and I'm from the University of Science, the Vietnam National University, Ho Chi Minh City. On behalf of other authors, I'm pleased to introduce our work Combat Prompt Comprehensive Benchmark and Augmentation for Verilog Generation, leveraging dual LLM prompting. And at first, I will present to you the entire Combat Prompt framework through this outline of section. Introduction, Combat Prompt XML-based prompting, Combat Prompt LLM power, Verilog post-processing, evaluation, discussion. And firstly, I would like to provide a brief introduction to the uses of large language models in the design flow of a register transfer level. The rapid advancement of large language models has significant potential in agile RTL design compared to traditional RTL design. The flow with the LM support often provides many promises in automation or agile processing in RTL design, ranging from RTL coding, testing, and debugging. And traditional RTL design flows are often based on the syntax of a hardware description language to manually construct RTL code, RTL testbed, and debugging are based on awards of AI tools. Recently, with many innovation in AI engineering, the uses of LMs are able to provide further automation in RTL design, especially in RTL generation and debugging. Throughout our survey, and most of our LLM-based RTL flows rely on plain text prompts to generate an initial Verilog model, typically combining a high-level description with I/O definition and an informal explanation of the intended logic. Following initial RTL generation, subsequent stages focus on deriving benchmark from scoreboard and performing debugging. Following initial RTL generation, subsequent stages focus on deriving benchmarks from scoreboard and performing debugging. Although the uses of naive prompting and debugging is easy to implement, overall results from the related works, such as RTLM, indicate that such raw prompts, templates, naive user prompting often fall short when generating high-quality RTL code, particularly for specialized or complex hardware module. This lack of structural clarity in makes it challenging in the LLM to for the LLM to precisely represent its specific behavior of complex sequential and combinational logic. Following this initial generation, the research made has demonstrated the advantages of utilizing ADI tool feedback to improve Verilog generation. However, when handling a list of syntax exception in RTL designs, Make does not address the breakdown of exception into subtasks to enhance RTL refinement. Instead, Make processes own exception in a single prompt, which may limit performance improvements. Based on this limitation, The Combat prompt framework provides solution in the form of a dedicated prompt structure for initial RTL generation with LLMs and subtask focused prompting strategy for RTL debugging. Moving on the first part of the Combat prompt framework, our enhanced prompt design will we recognize that the plain-text approach often fails to provide the necessary structure for the LLM to generate complex, high-fidelity RTL code. To address this, we propose an XML-based prompt structure, and this template moves beyond simple plain-text description to incorporate structural logic description, significantly improving the fidelity of the initial RTL generation. With the logic description, we use specialized tag patterns to clearly differentiate and define different logic types, especially the combinational and sequential logic. By using this dedicated XML-based prompt structure, we provide the generator LLM with uh, the structure logic-aware input to generate a much higher quality initial Verilog design, laying the foundation for the post-processing. And with the high quality initial design produced by our XML-based prompt, we proceed to the second phase of the workflow, automated post-processing and debugging. In this phase, we validate that the Verilog design is fully correct, both syntactically and functionality under the RTLM benchmark. And Combat prompt takes at input the Verilog specification, a testbed, and a custom vector that encodes complex exception reports by validator compiler. We first use the XML-based specification to prompt the LLM to generate the initial Verilog implementation. We then run validator to check compilation, elaboration, and testbed compatibility. When validator reports errors, we extract the highest priority exception and build a focused context to prompt a dedicated corrector LLM. After completing this process, the framework outputs the final revised Verilog design along with a record of the exceptions encountered during debugging. When the compiler produces multiple exceptions, we use regular expression to extract the highest priority one for subtask focused prompting. The debugging prompt is then built from the extracted fields of that exception, which are its type, title, and detailed messages. Let's look at the results and see how Combat prompt performs against other approaches using RTLM test suite of 29 Verilog designs. Our first benchmark focuses on syntax and functionality correctness. The result represents the average number of final successful Verilog design, those with no errors, across 5 trials for each design. In terms of ensuring the
Sorry
generated
to
code.
interrupt you, Mr. Wumin. You have got 2 minutes of time left to conclude your presentation.
Okay. In
Yeah.
terms of so own combination generally perform well with accuracy exceeding 29 90%, and the implementation one, which is combine the GPT-4 mini model with the Combat prompt flow, uh, and our specialized XML structure achieves the highest performance at perfect 100% syntax and correctness. Our final metric, the fixed rate, is specifically designed to evaluate the effectiveness and refinability achieved by the LLM during the post-debugging process. So we compare, and both implementation perform well, showing a high capability to fix syntax issues, with implementation one having a slightly higher rate at 94.7%. And this indicates that the flow itself, driven by the top-mode exception debugging techniques, is highly efficient at resolving compiler error. And we also make extensive benchmark in exception collection. These are all exception of Verilog module through their debugging process under combat prompt flows. Because LM are struggle in resolve this exception, and this collection is able to be used in further consideration, such as fine tuning. To summarize, our work has proposed an innovative LM-powered framework for Verilog generation integrated with post-processing. In Verilog generation process, we have implemented a dedicated XML-based prompt structure for complex logic description. A dedicated debugging technique, also called top-mode exception debugging, is proposed to manage complex debugging processes. Finally, we have illustrated extensive benchmarks to analyze performance of LLM in Verilog generation and debugging. And that is all of our presentation, and thank you for your attention.
Do we have any questions from session chairs?
Yes, what about ma'am?
Good morning,
Oh,
Mr.
morning.
Nguyen.
Oh,
Will you please just give us a short note on how your findings would benefit the industry you are focusing?
in the benefits in the industry. So in the research, so we just now first have a first experiment in research field. So maybe in industrial field that I may not have much idea about this field, but I think that the workflow with the LLM support may give the engineer some
Yes.
initial code of Verilog or HDL language, and it may help the developer have the good foundation to perform further processing with the Verilog code, and maybe HDL code in general.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Yu Min. Thank you for that presentation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, no, thank you. I have only one question regarding your presentation. Your presentation was very good. Thank you for this nice presentation. You are using dual LLM prompting, is it?
Oh, yes.
Yes. So in dual, when you designed that, you decided to use dual prompting. So what was the shortcoming in a single LLM? Why you went for dual LLM?
Did you mean that I use two LMs for a single
Yeah,
RTL design, right?
yeah, single LLM only. Yes.
Oh yes, because the intuitively when we use only the generation from the generator LM, so the code may have much issues in their syntax or functional, so that we have to have a further process which is handled by the corrector LM to fix these issues. And the corrector LM in our process is brought with the feedback from the EDA tools, so that it will have the corrector LM detect the errors from the Verilog code and provide this code and provide a better version of the initial Verilog code.
Okay. What about computational complexity?
So about the complexity, so we first only focus on the initial prompting. So we use the XML structure to provide further logic description, especially in the sequential and combinational logic description. And we use two dedicated tag with the format that logic type sequential logic and logic type combinational logic to describe um, payload code with a complexity in its structure.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Women, for your presentation. Moving towards our next presentation. Our next paper to be presented is a comparison of supervised and unsupervised learning paradigms for industrial equipment health monitoring. The paper will be presented by Harshil Patel.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And I'm audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible. You may share your screen and start with your presentation.
Okay, it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Uh, a very good morning, all. My name is Harshil Patel. Today I want to present a comparison of supervised and unsupervised learning paradigms for industrial equipment health monitoring. So I will go through the outline of for goal objectives, methodology, and the unsupervised learning and the supervised learning. Then we will detect the anomalies and analysis of the anomalies and the performance evaluation of the supervised models. And then we will discuss the results and evaluation. And at the end, the conclusion and the references. So basically, industrial equipment is reliable for extremely important in sectors like energy and manufacturing, like for transportation. And if any failure happens, so it can lead costly downtime and the production losses are there. So machine learning provides a data-driven approach to monitor equipment health. We have taken four parameters, basically temperature, pressure, vibration, and humidity. Our main objective is to compare the effectiveness of supervised and unsupervised learning and to detect the anomalies and predict the early faults. So we have used the Keckle industrial data, which simulates the turbines and compression pumps. So our basic approach is using isolation forest and DB scan for unsupervised anomaly detection. And after the anomaly is detected, we are using random forest and KNN for supervised classification. And we have used a smart technique which can balance the imbalanced data. So our final goal is to detect faults early and reduce the operational risk. So basically, our method follows a structured pipeline. We begin with raw sensor data, temperature, pressure, vibration, and humidity. This includes the cleaning and scaling and preparing the data for modeling. We first detect early faults state using isolation forest and DB scan. Since anomalies are rare, we balance the data set using SMART to improve the supervised model performance. Then we train the supervised model using random forest and KNN to classify the equipment states. Then the model is evaluated for accuracy, precision, and recall, and F1 score. The pipeline ensures both early anomaly detection and accurate classification. So now we will discuss the unsupervised method, which is density-based spatial clustering of applications with noise. So DBScan is a density-based clustering algorithm used to find groups of similar points and identify points that don't fit anywhere. Like there are epsilon, the radius point of the ground point, and the minimum points are used, which is the neighbor required from a dense region. The idea is simple. If a point has enough neighbors, then it becomes a part of a cluster. If it does not have neighbors, it is labeled as noise, which is treated as anomaly. Now, DB-scan is very useful when the data is irregular shapes or having non-linear patterns. and includes DB scan and temperature, pressure, and vibration. Like points are isolated, for example, sudden spikes in temperature or vibration, we marked it as a -1, meaning anomaly. One advantage of DB scan is that detection of the cluster of any shape automatically identifies the noise. In high dimensional sensor data, distance metrics become less meaningful. So the DB scan tends to miss anomalies inside the dense region. This is why DB scan produce zero false positives but miss many true anomalies in our results. Overall, DB scan works well for like simple density based suppression but struggles with complex industrial sensor patterns. Now we will discuss about the isolation forest. Isolation forest is a tree-based anomaly detection, specifically isolate the unusual points. The core idea is very intuitive. Like anomalies are rare, different, so they can isolate quickly. Normal points are common and similar, so they take a longer time to isolate. Algorithm works like selecting the feature, randomly choosing a split value, and representing the process to build many random trees. The longer the path, it is known as the anomaly. The shorter the path, the longer the path, it is called normal, and if the path is shorter, it is known as anomaly. Now, it is extremely useful because it handles the high dimensional features. It does not rely on distance metrics. It works well when the anomalies are less than 5 to 10% of data. In our analysis, isolation forest clearly separates outlier in temperature, vibration, and humidity, and etc. Uh, the, Compared to DB scan, isolation forest detects more true anomalies, making it more suitable for predictive maintenance. Okay, now we'll discuss about the supervised method, which is the random forest. Random forest is an ensemble learning method it is used with decision trees and combines their predictions. Each tree is trained on a random subset of data using a bootstrap sampling. During training, each tree learns different patterns because it sees different samples and different features. When a new data point comes in all, the trees make a prediction and with the majority vote becomes the final output. This makes the random forest very stable and accurate and resistant to noise. Handles imbalanced data well, especially after applying SMOT. It also captures nonlinear relationships between temperature, pressure, and vibration. Okay. Now we will talk about K nearest neighbor. It is a simple, intuitive algorithm that classifies a new point based on its closest neighbor. For every test point, it calculates the Euclidean distance to all training points. It selects a k nearest point. In our case, we have used k equals to 5. Now, if the data is lots of noise or outliers, using a larger k can make a prediction more stable. But if k is too large, the model gets too simple and miss important patterns. The class that appears most frequently among those neighbors becomes the predicted class. KNN works well where the data is clean, well scaled, but it is sensitive to noise and outliers. It also struggles when anomalies are rare because most neighbors belong to the normal class. In our study, KNN performed reasonably well but weaker than random forest with 86% accuracy. Now we will analyze the detection of the DB scan. The DB scan groups points lie close together and labels them as normal cluster. You can see the blue area, which is the normal, which is clustered by DB scan, and the red one indicates the anomaly. Any point that does not belong to the cluster is marked as anomalous, which is treated as anomaly. The plot shows the most normal readings for inside the dense region, while scattered points outside the region are labeled -1. For example, temperature values from 40 to 95 degrees and vibration
Excuse me,
values.
sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
would like you to remind of the time limit.
Okay.
I'll ask you to conclude your presentation in the next 2 minutes.
Okay. So we will discuss
Thank
the analysis of isolation forest. Basically, we can see the larger the whiskers are there, it gives a measure like maximum value and the minimum value. The whiskers spread indicate the fluctuation in operating conditions, and the outliers represent the abnormal sensors. The sudden spikes in temperature and humidity shows the anomaly behavior in the early mornings. Similarly, here we have given the relation between the vibration and the pressure for the anomaly detection. Now we will discuss the performance evaluation of isolation forest and DB scan. So there are 1,500 test points are given for isolation forest, in which 1,153 are normal states and 76 anomalies are missed, and 75 are false alarms, which gives greater stability and strong reliability for the model. Whereas in DB scan, it doesn't outperform the isolation forest and gives a small false alarms. For random forest, we have made a healthy operating states of 1,182 with 46 false alarm and 27 which catches the real anomaly. Now this indicates a great stability and only fault detection. Here is the refined result of the supervised random forest, and again here is number. Like accuracy measures the correctness of the prediction. Precision detects anomalies that are truly fault. So why we have choose isolation forest? Because it handles the imbalanced data effectively. Like they are more sensitive to subtle anomalies. Like they don't need complex parameter tuning. While as DB scan requires majority of
Hello, Harshal.
like
I think your voice is breaking.
and work.
Mr. Harshil, are you facing any network connectivity issues?
Others, I think he has some technical problem at his end.
Yes, so we are looking into
Better,
it. Just give
better
us a
to
minute.
invite next.
Seems Mr. Harshil is facing some technical connectivity issues and hence we'll move towards our next presentation. The next paper to be presented will be presented by Mahendra Saini, presenting his paper on design and development of a secure online voting system using blockchain and full stack technology. Mr. Saini, seems they aren't in the meeting. Hence, moving towards our next presentation. The next paper to be presented is evaluating the effectiveness of practical tax behavior in digital tax education, a pre-experimental study among accounting students. The paper will be presented by Ms. Rochma
Color?
Sudaiti.
Wow.
Hello. We have Ms. Rochma. Seems not. We'll move towards our next presentation. The next paper to be presented is Exploring Entrepreneurial Mindsets Cross Disciplines, a data mining approach to analyzing student perspectives. The paper will be presented by Hez Mariez M. Mendez.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Let me share my slide.
Yes.
I just want to know if my slide is or visible.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am, your
visible.
slide is visible. You may begin with your presentation.
My due respect to the facilitators and the session chairs of this conference. On behalf of my co-authors, I am Jess Maris Mendez. I'm going to present our study on entrepreneurial mindsets across disciplines, a data mining approach to analyzing students' perspectives. Entrepreneurial mindsets are recognized as a critical factor in driving innovation and fostering economic growth. This study leverages data mining techniques to analyze these perspectives, aiming to contribute to understanding entrepreneurship education and its role in preparing students for the challenges of the 21st century. This research aims to identify the key factors influencing entrepreneurial mindsets across disciplines, evaluate the role of data driven methods in understanding these factors, and propose strategies for integrating entrepreneurial skills into diverse educational contexts. This study contributes to the growing body of literature on entrepreneurship education. This study employs a mixed methods research approach, integrating quantitative and qualitative data analysis to explore entrepreneurial mindsets across disciplines comprehensively. Data was collected through a structured survey of Bohol Island State University Bilar campus students. The survey comprised both closed-ended and open-ended questions. The survey was administered to participants from diverse academic disciplines to capture various perspectives. For the results, the participants are coming from the College of Technology, Teacher Education, Business and Management, Agriculture, Forestry, and Environmental Science. And as presented, most of the respondents are coming from the College of Technology. Next result, it shows that the participants show a high interest towards entrepreneurship. And they also believe that the entrepreneurial skills are very essential in their field of study to foster innovation and career readiness. For the results regarding the confidence to start and run a business, as presented, most of the participants show a high level of confidence. And the factors that motivate them to pursue entrepreneurial opportunities are financial independence, followed by career growth. For the question if their family currently own and operate a business, most of the participants answered that they don't have or their families do not own or operate a business. But there is a significant portion they say that their families are currently owning or operating a business, and they are involved in the family business and made them more interested towards entrepreneurship. For the challenges to start a business, most of the participants answered that financial barriers and lack of knowledge and trainings are the top challenges to start a business. And for our open-ended questions regarding the university support to develop their entrepreneurial mindset, most of the words coming out are students, university support, entrepreneurial mindsets. And for the relationship between interest and entrepreneurship and involved in family business, it can be seen that there is a positive correlation between interest and entrepreneurship and owning or involving in a family business. The findings suggest that fostering an entrepreneurial ecosystem through interdisciplinary collaboration, experiential learning, and addressing challenges can enhance student readiness to innovate and lead. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, everyone.
Sorry to interrupt. I am Mahendra Sani. I am ready to present.
Sir, we have announced your name, but due to technical errors, your voice not audible. So we have shifted your presentation at the last. We'll announce you again. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any question to ask, ma'am? Ramsa ma'am, are you there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good morning again. Thank you, Ma'am Mendez, for that very nice presentation. My question is in your what's based sa mga recommendations, based on the recommendations, what's the next step that your institution could offer to these entrepreneurial students?
I thank you, ma'am, Doc Ramos, for that question. Based on our recommendation, the Bohol Island State University Bilar campus should since it is found out that their challenges are financial barriers and trainings, so the Bisobilar campus should or will implement or conduct a training seminars on entrepreneurship, especially those who are not coming from the business and management college. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am, for your answer, and thank you for your presentation. Dr. Basan?
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much. Maris, I have one question. First of all, I want to ask you about from which discipline you are. Are you from education or from computer science?
Good morning, sir. I am coming from the business and management.
Okay, business and management. Do you know the data mining techniques, machine learning
I
techniques?
about data mining techniques like machine learning, I don't have really knowledge about that, but only my co-authors and my
Okay,
colleagues who are doing
okay,
this,
okay,
the methodology.
okay. So you have not implemented your this work, right? You have not implemented this work. Actually, I have some technical question to ask you regarding machine learning and data mining. I think you are not a good person to give the answer. Is it so?
I come I'm sorry, sir.
No, no. I am asking you. I have some questions like technical question regarding data mining and machine learning. Are you be able to give the answer, or shall I ask you?
I'm very sorry, sir. I can't really
Okay.
answer
Okay,
those.
now suppose we are the university, right? So as the university, which insight I should have to take from your research for designing entrepreneurship training in my university? What insights you found?
Insights? Are you
Yeah,
yeah,
yes, insights. Yeah.
insights about this paper? I've learned that um those coming from business family or family with business, it really um, ignite the interest of the students to pursue entrepreneurship. While those who are coming from families who don't have business, and while those who are coming from other colleges like agriculture, like forestry, they don't have really that entrepreneurial interest, sir. So that's why the Baisubilar or our university should conduct training seminars regarding entrepreneurship education.
Mhm. Okay. And do you know about the data set? How many attributes were there in your data set that you collected from so many students or participants of your questionnaires?
Data set. I'm
Yeah.
I'm very
How
sorry,
many?
sir. I'm not really familiar with those things. I just help in the distribution of the questionnaire and then
How many questions were there in questionnaires?
questions.
Yes.
We have 11 questions, sir.
Okay. Out of that 11 question, which one is the strongest predictors for entrepreneurial mindsets
Come on,
across the
sir.
discipline? Across the discipline, I am talking about which particular question was the strong or participated as the strongest predictor for that, yeah, entrepreneurial mindset across whatever discipline you already approached.
Across
Yeah.
across
Across many disciplines. You are talking about the technical students were there, engineering students were there, education students were there, management students were there. So there were many disciplines. That means participants of your questionnaires, right?
yeah,
What
yes, sir.
multidisciplinaries? You can say the persons were there in your data survey, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So out of those questions, 11 questions, you have 11 questions, is it? 11 questions. So out of those questions, which question works as the strongest predictors of entrepreneurial mindset? That is predicting as entrepreneurial mindset. Have you asked the question about the question regarding the entrepreneurship mindset? Now, which particular person has a more entrepreneurial mindset? So you have a question also regarding that concern.
Entrepreneurial mind. I think the
What was the question? Can you tell me at least 2 to 3 questions?
entrepreneurial mindset, sir. How would you describe your interest in entrepreneurship?
Yes.
I think this question will hit the entrepreneurial mindset. Then also, do you believe entrepreneurial skills are essential for your field of study?
Mm-hmm.
And this one, how confident are you in your ability to start and run a business? I think this is one of the top things
Okay.
to get the entrepreneurial mindset.
Mindsets. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Maris. Thank you for your
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Mendes. Thank you, sir. Moving towards our next presentation, the next paper to be presented will be, let me share my screen. Yes. So the next paper to be presented is predicting employee attrition using SMOT. The paper will be presented by Jugal Panchal. Do we have Mr. Jugal?
Yes. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. Just a second. I'll share my screen. And may I know that my screen is visible or not?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible and you may proceed with your
Okay.
presentation.
So good morning. My name is Jugal Panchal, and on behalf of my co-authors, today I am going to present our work titled Predicting Employee Attrition Using SMOT. So basically, this research focuses on developing a strong and generalized machine learning pipeline to predict employee attrition across multiple datasets. We validated the approach using two real datasets, IBM HR Analytics and one industrial HR dataset. So moving forward to overview or agenda. Uh, so here is the flow of today's presentation. We begin with the problem motivation, followed by existing literature, datasets, pre-processing steps, and the role of SMOT. We then compare model performances, examine confusion matrices, discuss key findings, practical implications, and finally conclude with future research directions. First of all, the problem statement and introduction. So basically, the main problem of employee attrition is that it really impacts the company's organization's financial stability and even operational continuity, because there are some projects which remain and which are remain uncompleted, and usually at that period of time there are conundrums in organizations or company regarding the work. So this impacts the working of the company, and even a high industry turnover. High demand sectors such as information technology, finance, and healthcare frequently experience annual turnover rates exceeding 25%, and replacing an employee can cost to 30% to 200% of the person's annual salary, depending on the role. So these are the some of the problems. So our main motive is to predict the employee attrition based on the various features of employees, and it is a crucial issue because it really affects companies, and on this we had many problems like class imbalance, because there are various features which intervene with the other features and that are highly correlated with others. And also we can say the prediction, like there are more stayers than the levers in the company. So due to this we really need to see the and balance the data. We You know, previous studies demonstrate that machine learning can significantly enhance attrition prediction, but two key limitations remain in the previous studies. That is a strong imbalance in employee attrition datasets. And second, lack of comparative cross dataset model evaluation. Therefore, our study not only compares 10 different ML models, but also validates performance on two datasets, improving generalizability. Here is a dataset overview. So basically, we used two datasets and compared the accuracies of both the datasets. First, the name of the dataset is IBM HR Analytics, and the second is Kaggle Employee Attrition, that is the industrial data. We took both of the datas from Kaggle, and the attrition rate in both the are 16% and 12%. And there are some various characteristics or variables in the data like age, gender, marital status, job role, and even other types like overwork or work-life balance and monthly income on and also late we can say business travel, other person salary hike. Moving forward to methodology and we can say pre-processing. First of all, we pre-processed the data and we eliminated the missing values. Then the outliers of the data set are really very far away from the actual data were removed. Then feature encoding, and we applied feature scaling and advanced feature engineering. After that, we splitted the data into two sets. 80% training data and 20% testing data. After the raw data, we clean and encode it, then encode it, and then we scaled and engineered it, and the data was ready for modeling, or we can say to process to the models. First of all, the we can say about SMOT technique, synthetic minority sorry, just a second. Synthetic minority oversampling technique. It is basically due to works. It basically works because it doesn't create duplicate data, but it also creates a feature like data that really that connects the line segments of the other data that are very similar to it, and it will not create imbalance in the data. We used it basically to generate minority class samples. This significantly boosted our recall and stabilized model performance, especially for dataset 2, which was quite complex and it had many features. Model development, we applied 10 models, logistic regression, naive Bayes, KNN, support vector machines, decision tree, random forest, ADA boost, gradient boost, XG boost, and even light GBM. Process flow, as I mentioned earlier too, that the data source, then we did a pre-processing, then data splitting, then training, in which it was trained with SMOT and applied SMOT. After that, we evaluated the data. So these are the results of dataset 1, which in which XGBoost attained the highest accuracy with 94.2 percentage. And also, there was a good recall 0.93, which is crucial for this work employee attrition, because generally in recall you calculate the false negatives, and false negative for this project was quite important, because if any employee is leaving and it gives false data, then it really it is a drawback of our project, but it really worked in our project, and that was the main point. Mhm. These are the results of data set 2. For the industrial data set, the scenario changed because here random forest and SVM performed the best, each achieving 88.4% accuracy. Significantly improved recall. Random forest reached 0.99 recall, almost retaining all at-risk employees. In contrast, neo-buyers performed poorly, confirming that simple probabilistic assumptions fail on noisy industrial data. These are the accuracy comparison charts. This slide visually compares model accuracies across both data sets. You'll notice that data set 1 has higher cluster towards 90 to 94%, while data set 2 has a wider spread, indicating its higher complexity. and ensembled and kernel-based models remain consistently strong. Confusion matrices. Here we present confusion matrices of the top models. XGBoost from dataset 1, which has very low false positives and false negatives. Random forest showed stable performance across classes. And SVM from dataset 2 achieved an excellent recall of 0.99. It is basically due to SMOT. So this confirms model reliability, not just on accuracy, but on error distribution too. So key findings and insights from our comparative study, four key insights emerged. Ensemble models dominate, especially XGBoost and random forest. Spot significantly enhances minority class detection, improving recall by 12 to 15%. Dataset complexity matters because industrial data is harder and needs robust models. Precision recall trade-offs must be carefully managed depending on organizational goals. So practical implications. Our findings can be directly applied in organizations, early warning systems for at-risk employees, cost optimization, retention strategies, targeted HR interventions, transparent and ethical AI deployment using SHARP. We can implement it in further research because it will give an explainability to our research that why a particular employee is leaving the company. So this will really be beneficial for the further research and also real-time integration into HRIS systems. Let's conclude and the future work. So our work validated a generalizable attrition predictions pipeline across two data sets. Ensemble models delivered the highest accuracy and stability. Smooth proved essential for improving recall. The framework supports organizations in proactive employee retention. For future work, we plan to incorporate explainable AI real-time deployment, NLP-based behavioral signals, and cost-sensitive learning. So thank you. This was my presentation for today for our work predicting employee attrition using SMART.
Ramus man, have you any question? Do you have any question, man?
Thank you for the presentation. May I know your respondents in your study?
Sorry, ma'am.
The respondents, or where
Oh,
was this tested?
actually, I am a computer science student, but we had some interest in business and we are keen interest because due to some reasons, employee generally shift to many companies due to higher salaries or even dissatisfaction with the companies. So we really wanted to, analyze that why employees generally leave the company. So that is why it was our.
Okay. Kasi I'm just thinking if this could be adapted by other agencies in some other countries, if this
Yes,
could
yes,
be.
it can really be adapted because the main features should be given to the model. Then it can really predict because there are some features like job and average life, that salary hike. So these are the features which will really predict the attrition of an employee, and it can
Okay.
really be implemented globally too.
Yeah. So your research is very good, very timely, because this could be adopted globally. Okay. Thank you, sir, for your presentation.
Yeah, thank you, Jugal, for your presentation. I have only one question regarding this.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I have only one question regarding. Yes, Amit, sir. Yes.
So, Vasant, is there any technical issue?
No, no, there is no technical issue. Actually, I am discussing with somebody. Just a minute, just 1 minute. Just give me 10 minutes. Just give me 10 minutes. I am just finishing.
So, is it okay if we move on to the next paper?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can go for the next. No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving towards our next presentation, the next paper will be presented by Shweta Wagmare, presenting the paper title Review of artificial intelligence techniques for ransomware classification. Do we have Miss Shweta, our co-author in the meeting? Miss Shweta Wagmare. Seems not. Moving to our next presentation. The next paper title to be presented is Understanding the Privacy Paradox Among South African Youth, an Initial Study. The paper will be presented by Hanifa Abdullah.
Good morning. I'm sharing
Good
my
morning, ma'am.
screen.
Sure.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Sir, your screen
Sorry, can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am, it's
Yes, ma'am, your
visible.
screen is visible.
Okay, thank you. Good morning. My name is Dr. Abdullah and I'm a lecturer at the University of South Africa. My co-author is Dr. Moses Moyo and he is a lecturer at Rhodes University. The title of my study is Understanding the Privacy Paradox Among South African Youth, an Initial Study. The agenda for this presentation are comments with the introduction and background, followed by the research objective, research context, research methodology, the design of the pre-questionnaire, the questions of the pre-questionnaire, a conceptual analysis of the pre-questionnaire, and finally concluding remarks and reflections on future research. Introduction and background. As digital technologies have become an integral part of life, there is a grave concern regarding online privacy. Now, this privacy is mainly directed at the young people of South Africa who are the major users of social media platforms. In South Africa, access to the internet by the youth has increased, and this is largely because of the accessibility and affordability of data bundles and digital devices. Sorry. This connectivity has brought about a great convenience, but it has also manifested in new risks. Young people tend to express concerns regarding privacy, yet their actions are very contradictory regarding this. An example could be oversharing on social media or accepting app permissions without scrutiny. This phenomena is known as the privacy paradox. So, a wide definition of privacy paradox is the contradiction between an individual's stated concerns regarding privacy and the actual behavior online. The privacy paradox has manifests from several factors, including a lack of awareness, ease of use, and social interaction, trust in technology, and a false sense of control regarding privacy settings. So, the main objective of this study was to develop a pre questionnaire as a first step towards the development of an artifact to promote privacy paradox awareness amongst youth. The aim of the pre questionnaire is to explore the privacy paradox understanding of South African youth by determining the gap between the expressed concerns regarding online privacy and the actual digital behaviors. So this is the initial phase of the study, and I'll discuss the subsequent phases of the study when I discuss the research concepts in the next slide. So the impetus for this research came from a honors research module, HR Course 82, and this is presented as one of 8 modules as part of the BSc degree in computing at the University of South Africa. So each lecturer, they have to present a special topic, and the topic that I intend to present in 2026 is on privacy paradox awareness. Okay, so this project, it consists of 5 phases, so 5 stages. The first stage entails determining the views of the youth regarding the concept of privacy paradox by means of a pre-questionnaire. So this was the focus of this study. Stage 2 will then entail developing an artifact to educate the youth on the topic of privacy paradox awareness. The objective of stage 3 will be to demonstrate the artifact to the youth. Stage 4 entails presenting participants with a post questionnaire to determine if they have been educated on the subject matter. And then the final stage will then be using the feedback from the post questionnaire to refine and to modify the artifact. So this is just the design of the honor special project. So this is a graphical depiction of it. And like I said, the context on the focus of my study is on stage 1, which is the design of a pre-questionnaire prompted by a study of the literature to determine the current posture of the youth with respect to the understanding of the concept privacy paradox. So the research methodology, the study adopts a qualitative conceptual methodology to support the development of a pre-questionnaire intended for use in a student-led community engagement project. So for this methodology, I used a literature review. And the reason why I used literature review was to study the review to form the theoretical basis or the theoretical underpinning for the questionnaire design. So drawing on the findings from the literature review, a pre-questionnaire will be conceptually developed to evaluate participants' knowledge, attitudes, and behaviors related to digital privacy. So actually this pre-questionnaire not only serves as a diagnostic tool for community awareness, but also shapes the design and content of the educational artifact that students will develop in stage 2. So at this stage, the study is conceptual and does not involve the collection of empirical data. As I said, it represents stage 1 of a broader educational intervention and will inform future empirical studies that evaluate the impact of the artifact and the evolution of privacy awareness in targeted communities. So what is the purpose of the questionnaire? The pre-questionnaire aims to assess the baseline understanding, attitudes, and behaviors of the participants. The structure of the pre-questionnaire, it comprises of 6 sections: demographics, attitude towards privacy, behavior and practices, education and awareness, conceptual understanding of the privacy paradox, and open-ended reflections. So this is just an example or screenshot of some of the questions for the pre-questionnaire. We had 6 sections. So section A is on the demographics of the respondents. Section B, attitude towards privacy. Section C, behavior and online practices. Section D, digital privacy education. Section E, understanding the concept privacy paradox. And Section G, open-ended questions. So I did a conceptual analysis of the pre-questionnaire, and it was uncovered that in questions A, sections A, demographics, and section B, attitudes, aim to uncover how digital natives perceive privacy. Section C, behavior, and Section E, conceptual understanding, are designed to highlight discrepancies between expressed concern and digital practice, the essence of the privacy paradox. And Section D, digital privacy education and open-ended reflections, will be used to will prompt students to consider where they have what they have learned about privacy, the interest in participating in awareness initiatives, and the general understanding of digital risk environments. So the conceptual analysis of the questionnaire or pre-questionnaire was mainly done to see if it covers all the important areas in order to raise privacy paradox awareness. So conclusion in future research. This study proposes a structured awareness framework for privacy paradox awareness with a particular focus on designing a pre-questionnaire to determine the current state of privacy paradox amongst the South African youth. The framework introduced in the study brings together 4 domains: attitudes, behavior, education, and reflection, and presents a guide for intervention in terms of the artifact that students will create. So this artifact can be anything. It can be a website, it can be a blog, it can be it can be any sort of tool that they wish to develop in future. This study suggests several avenues for further research and practical implementation. 1, students can use the general pre-questionnaire and modify them to gain insight into the perception and practices of privacy paradox awareness for South African youth. Number 2, artifact development, evaluation, and refinement. That's what I said. The future work will entail designing, developing, demonstrating, evaluating, and refining of the prototype. By means the refinement will be by means of the post-questionnaire, as I said, mentioned in the various stages. The pre-questionnaire will also give students an inclination of what their literature review should comprise. So when students register and I present them with the pre-questionnaire, they will now know the complexity of the topic, and they will therefore develop a thorough literature review. And this literature review is very important because it forms the underpinning for the development of the artifact. Students, on this was on observation that students tend to perform poorly in this module, not all students, some students, because they are required to complete all of the activities on their own, right? In the past, I presented two projects. One was on information privacy protection, and the other one was on digital footprint awareness. And next year, I'll be presenting this new topic on privacy paradox. So just this is my, but the format of the projects was the same. So it's from my observation that I think on the onset we should help students, and by developing the pre-questionnaire, I think this will help them from the beginning. So as I said, as a proactive measure to assist students, this study sought to create a pre-questionnaire with 40 questions that will be given to students. Future research entails examining the performance of the students. So I'll examine whether this step has indeed assisted students, because students struggle a lot with it. We have 4 assessments and 3 assessments, and we have a final portfolio that's written in January. So I noticed that assignments 1 and 2, students tend to struggle a lot, especially with the literature review. And I think by giving them the pre-questionnaire, this will assist them. And then future research also involves selecting the best artifacts developed with a view of developing a MOOC. Okay, I have developed a MOOC on information privacy protection from my previous project. And hopefully we'll see how this project goes. I intend developing a MOOC on privacy paradox awareness and then publishing the best paper. I had a number of papers from my honors project that were published in both Springer journals as well as in conferences. So hopefully we'll get even better papers and even better projects that I can then publish. Thank you very much for your time and attention.
So, Mr. do we have any questions?
Yeah, ma'am, you are okay, Ramus, ma'am, please
Yeah,
continue.
it's your question, Dr. Tiwari. Please ask the question, Dr. Tiwari.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. I have only one question regarding your data set. You have taken around 7 different sections, right? Have you considered their cultural and socioeconomic variables also to manifest this privacy paradox? Hanifa.
Sorry, I didn't hear the question. Have I considered?
Yeah. You have taken 7 different section of data sets, right? So
Right.
have you considered their cultural or socioeconomic variables that influence
No,
the privacy paradox? But why?
it's something. Okay, I can obviously enhance that. It's not something that I can. It's something I can add on. Yes.
Okay, what do you think, that it is not that much important, or it cannot give you some results, in your study?
I think it is an important factor. I think it's something that should be included.
Mhm.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, that's it from my side. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, Ramos, ma'am, you can continue.
Thank you. I'm just curious with this is an initial study, ma'am, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what's your main findings for this initial study, and what would be the next step to fully implement this your study?
Okay, this is just the pre-questionnaire. The next phase of the study will then be to develop an artifact. The artifact will be on privacy paradox awareness, and then this artifact will then be demonstrated to the South African youth community to educate them on the topic. And once we've completed the demonstration, we'll then present them with a post-questionnaire, and it will be based on the findings from the post-questionnaire. We'll use this to refine the prototype.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your nice presentation, Ma'am Hanifa Abdullah. Dr.
Thank you, ma'am.
Tiwari.
Yeah, ma'am. From my side, it's done. Now, Adish, you can take another.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now we'll move towards our next presentation. The next paper will be presented by Mr. Mahendra Seni, who will be presenting his paper on design and development of a secure online voting system using blockchain and full stack technology.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
I can share my screen.
Sure, sir, you can share your screen.
Thank you for this opportunity. Good morning, all of you. And this opportunity, international knowledge on machine and minute. My topic is the design and development of a secure online voting system using blockchain and full stack technology. Authors are Arya College of Training and IT.
Excuse me, Mr.
Real-time
Mahendra.
problem statement and solution.
Uh,
Yes,
your screen isn't visible. Dr. Ramos, Dr. Basant, is it visible to you?
Oh,
No, it is not.
no,
No, it
it's
is
not.
not. Now maybe yeah.
Yeah, now it's visible.
Yeah, now it's
Yes,
fine.
yes.
You may proceed with this, Mr. Mahendra.
real-time problem statement and solutions. Problems are the traditional voting systems are
Your
inefficient
your
and
slides are
error-prone.
not
These
moving. Mine. Yeah. Now
yes, sir,
continue.
moving.
Yeah, now continue.
Thank you. Problem statement. Traditional problem voting system are efficient and error-prone. They are vulnerable to manipulation and tampering. Verification process create delay and lack of transparency. Voter trust is weakened due to lack of secure authentication and transparent data storage. And solutions are adopt blockchain technology for tamper-proof and immutable vote storage. Use one stack and for scalable, modern, and efficient web platform. And then integrate facial recognition with OTP authentication for voter verification. Provide email-based alerts and real-time result visualization. Then contents production technology use about features of technology, scalability, and microservices. Then real-time solution, real-time web application, value technology, authentication of technology, conclusion, and reference. Introduction. Secure online voting is essential for maintaining trust, transparency, and access in democratic process. Traditional paper-based voting system face and such logistical issue and fraudulent practice and show results compiled. Online system attempt to solve this issue, but are often vulnerable to security-based centralized problem and lack of transparency. Blockchain technology combined with full stack web development presents a promising solutions and designed to develop online system that ensure transparency, security, immutability, and accessibility. Technology use. Blockchain technology provides decentralized ledger, immutability, and transparency. Smart contracts like it is used for automate voting process and ensure trustless execution. Full stack development. It is used front end and back end and more database. Front end like React.js, Angular used, back end Node.js, Express.js, database used Mongo and SQL cryptographic algorithm. It is used authentication and data integrity like SLA 256 cloud infrastructure. Cloud infrastructure used for scalability, storage, and secure development. It is the AWS and Azure. Key features of this technology: blockchain used for distributed ledger smart contracts, it's automatic validation of voters, prevention of double voting, front end used for user interface, back end used for API handling and business logic implementation, database storage of voter metadata without compressing anonymity, cryptographic secure and voter confidentially, collaboration microservices. Implementation of microservices architecture allow modular development and deployment. Each microservices handle a function, vote alerts and casting, vote counting, result reporting, load balancer, and cloud scaling ensure that the system can handle millions of tasks simultaneously. Blockchain sharing and they to transaction through, throughput. Real-time problem statement and solution. Problems are the data tampering, vote raising, double voting, security batches, and solutions are the blockchain for immutable facial OTP creation, unauthorized access, real-time voter tracking eliminates duplicate vote, two-factor authentication, face and OTP for high-ended security, real-time verification, voter portal, secure authentication by face recognition by email links. It is the voter registration admission portal, OTP portal, protected election management scheduling and real-time notification, result dashboard, Chart.js powered visual for instant result interpretation, automatic tie handling, configuration runoff procedure when vote are tried. Why use this technology? Blockchain ensure trust and transparency. Full stack enables seamless user interaction and robust backend performance. Cryptography ensure security and anonymity. Cloud ensure scalability and reliability. Authentication of technology. Voter authentication, face recognition plus OTP ensure only registered individual participate. Verification, OTP based verification for robust access management, continuous tracking ensure voter action are legitimate and prevents for fraud. Conclusion. A secure online voting system built using blockchain and full stack technology is future of elections. It meets security, scalability, and accessibility need, ensuring trust in democratic process. Reference are the thank you for. Can you ask me any question?
Thank you, Mr. Mahendra. Are there any questions from our session chairs?
Ramos ma'am, do you have any question?
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. It seems your mic is turned off.
So, Yan, is it open?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. We are
Okay,
able to
okay.
hear you.
Okay. So, thank you, sir. Are these blockchain and full stack technology two different things or
Yes,
two
ma'am.
different, yeah? And in your research, which of these is did you adapt or according to the result of your research?
Ma'am, blockchain is the encrypted data and it is secure for encrypted data.
Okay. So this could, in your findings, this could improve the security and transparency of the proposed e-voting system.
Yes, ma'am.
And could this also again be adapted globally?
Yes, ma'am. Adapted globally.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Dr.
Thank.
Tiwari, please enhance
Yes,
the
yes, ma'am.
question.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. I have only one question regarding this, ma'am. Ma'am, how can you prevent the double voting? I mean, by your
Ma-
double voting, do you know what do you mean by double voting? Suppose
Yes,
I am, yeah. How can you prevent this? Yeah.
sir, use the blockchain. Blockchain is the secure system,
Yeah, you
secure
are using
technology.
blockchain. I understood you are using that blockchain. By that blockchain method, how you can prevent the double voting? Suppose I already keep one time vote, and again I am going on some other machine with some other IP address. I can give another voting. So uh, how can you prevent that? Or multiple voting, not only the double, because you have not discussed about that. How your blockchain system will prevent this? Have you
Sorry, sir.
seen that thing?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I am
Okay.
so.
How you are verifying that I am giving the vote to a particular party and it is counting in his counting.
Sorry, sir,
That
for
party is
interrupt.
counting.
Sorry, sir, for interrupt. My name is
Yeah, yeah,
Rambabu.
yeah,
That
Raman.
yeah, the double spend problem is already prevented by the blockchain technology in the because blockchain is a immutable ledger, and
Mm-hmm.
I also use this technology with
Mm-hmm.
SHA-256 algorithms,
I
secure hash
understood.
algorithms, and
Yeah, yeah.
first we candidate voting candidate is enter in the room and
Mm-hmm.
open your
Enter in
OTP.
which room, Ramavu? In which room?
Yes, sir.
In which room?
Voting room.
Because you are talking about
Poly-
online voting, right? Online voting I can give from any room, right? In my home,
Yeah.
but
even.
in India, is first of all we implement the setup only on polling booths.
So if it is a polling booth, what is the difference between this voting system that we are implementing nowadays and in this?
In the physical polling booths are very critical conditions, and some boats are duplicates, and some boats are
How?
uh,
How? I don't know. Nowadays, you see this issue is
due
going on in India. Like Rahul
due
Gandhi is stating that
due to voter ID identifications.
by voter ID identification. So some
Yes,
other person can give double vote here on the
yes,
booth.
yes, 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 sir.
How? How it is possible? You see, some particular person already get the ink on the
Eh,
finger.
some person is a very cheat from ECI.
No, no,
Ink
no,
is,
no. It is not possible. Some person. Do you have any? Do you have any evidence for that?
no, sir, no, sir.
No. Then how you can say like this? How you can say that you are blaming to the
No, no,
the
no,
things
no,
that is going on.
no, no, sir. Not blamed.
Yeah, if you are if
Just
you
just guess.
no, things cannot be like this. Just guess. If some you see, ma'am already asked the question to you. Is it possible to accept globally your work? So if you are designing some particular system on the basis of guess, then how would you Bible? Hmm? Okay, so
Some
just
pa-
tell me
some
how your system can prevent double voting, whatever you have by this.
Our system is prevent the double spending problem in the every systems in online systems. When first I will vote this in this systems, and after that second times I am not enter to the systems for voting.
Okay, so this is not online. Okay. Second thing is that how can you ensure the end-to-end verifiability for the voter? Like suppose I am giving the vote for the BJP and it is going inside that BJP. It is adding in BJP. How you can verify that online? Because I'm thinking your work as an online work, right? I can vote from my home also.
All parties already registered on this portal, and I secure vote this BJP and other parties
Hmm.
with candidate.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Others, you can
Thank
take
you, sir. Thank
next
you, sir.
presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We will now
Thank you,
move
sir.
towards our next presentation. The next paper will be presented by Roshma Sudipta, who will be presenting a paper titled Evaluating the Effectiveness on Practical Tax Behavior in Digital Tax Education, a pre-experimental study among accounting students. Do we have Miss Roshma or any of the co-authors? Do we have Miss Roshma Sudipta or any of the co-authors for this paper? Seems not. Moving towards our last paper presentation. The paper will be presented by Shweta Wagmare, who will present a paper titled Review of Artificial Intelligence Techniques for Ransomware Classification. We have Ms. Shweta or Mr. Sunil. Seems not. Just now that concludes our last presentation. I sincerely thank our authors for their excellent presentations and contribution in this session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. We, on behalf of the whole team, thank you for the support during this version of the conference. We will be happy to see you in the next version in 2026. All the presenters would be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days. The publication will be live within 7 to 8 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of MCT4SD 2025. Now, I would like to also thank our session chairs, Dr. Aseli G. Ramos and Dr. Basant Tiwari, for chairing the session. Sir and ma'am, this is a token of appreciation to the chair on behalf of the team MCT4SD 2025 and Global Knowledge Research Foundation. Thank you for your valuable presence. I kindly request you all to switch on the camera for a quick snapshot of the virtual conference. Requesting all the authors to please turn on your cameras. Thank you all. And with this, the session 2A has ended. Stay safe and take care.
Thank you. Thank you, Arun. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sir Talari.
Nice to talk to you.
Yeah. Hope to see you soon again in this conference.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely. Bye. Have a good day, ma'am. Bye.